everyone, welcome back to Hands-Free Studying for the MBE, brought to you by Brainscape.
These upcoming questions are related to contract law, remedies, concepts. Let's get started. Question 1. What are 3 types of compensatory damages? 1. Expectation damages, 2. Reliance damages, and 3. Restitution. Question 2. Define expectation damages. Expectation damages entitle the non-breaching party to whatever amount that would put them in the position that they would have been in if the contract had been fully performed. Question 3. How do you calculate expectation damages? Expectation damages are equal to the loss of value to the non-breaching party plus incidental and consequential damages minus payments and benefits received plus any cost saved as the result of the breach. Question 4. Can expectation damages be speculative? No, they must be calculated with reasonable certainty. Question 5. Can a court award damages for lost profits? Lost profits, especially with startups and new companies, are usually hard to prove, and thus courts will be very hesitant to award these types of damages. You can seek reliance damages instead. However, just because they're hesitant doesn't mean that courts don't award damages for lost profits. And they're more likely to do so if the aggrieved party has facts to back up their claim for damages, rather than just speculating about what amount they could have made. Okay, let's take a quick study break to remind you to breathe deep through your abdomen, not swallow through your chest. The more oxygen that you can get in with each breath, the better memory retention you'll have. All right, let's get back to questions 6 through 10. Question 6. Can you recover damages for partial performance? Yes, you can get damages to compensate for the work performed and expectation damages for the work not yet performed. Question 7. List the 4 situations in which the aggrieved party may not be able to fully recover expectation damages. 1. If the cost to perform significantly exceeds the market value of such performance. 2. If the party cannot calculate expectation damages with reasonable certainty. 3. If the damages are unforeseeable. And 4. If the damages could have been mitigated or reasonably avoided. Question 8. A buyer of goods under the UCC is entitled to what types of compensatory damages? There are 3: incidental, consequential, and liquidated. Question 9. What are the incidental damages for a buyer of goods? Incidental damages for a buyer of goods are costs that are associated with the breach and mitigation, including transportation, warehouse costs, etc. Question 10. How do you calculate damages for incorrect construction work? If the mistake is material to the contract, meaning it requires fixing, then you use the amount needed to fix the mistake to calculate damages.
And that's the end of your 10 flashcard study round. To reach full mastery, remember to study in Brainscape. Our mobile and web app uses the latest in spaced repetition techniques, allowing you to optimize your study time and track your progress down to the finest detail. But of course, when you're driving, cooking, exercising, or otherwise unable to navigate the app, be sure to keep listening to the rest of this hands-free studying playlist. No matter what subject you're learning and what method you're studying it, Brainscape helps you rise to your challenge.